Hi, we are doing yet another first impression video of an indie brand owned by a woman. Which is all I do if you know me. If you know me, if you watch my videos, that's really all I care about. Small indie brands owned by women and people of color. Today we are trying La Bruja OC's newest palette, La Buena Vida. I want to talk about the palette for a second. This is so unique. The front of the palette is just gray and black, which makes you think of tattoos, right? So I talked to the owner and was like, I need to know more about the artwork on this palette. She used to work for a tattoo shop, and it's kind of like paying tribute and homage to her experience there, that she has tattoo artwork on her palettes, which is super cool. This is the inside of the palette, which just screams fun, right? I mean, Jesus, look at the glittery packaging. So I have come to the conclusion that this is a spring palette. You might look at it and that's your first thought. It wasn't mine, and I don't know why. I don't know why I looked at it and didn't automatically think spring, but this is absolutely a spring palette. After trying it out twice, it just is 100% spring. Like, I'm gonna go outside right now and blend in with my natural surroundings. I did 2 looks for this first impression because I wanted to try out a little more. I felt like that first look that I didn't try enough mattes. So 2 looks to try out more mattes, and so I can get an idea of the mattes, the shimmers, the glitters, and really give a solid first impression. So I forgot to introduce myself. I've been forgetting to do that lately. My name is Rebecca. I am an artist. I am also a small business owner, and I am passionate about creativity. I'm passionate about small businesses owned by women and people of color. So this channel, I do makeup. I'm very colorful with my choices, and the makeup that I use is exclusively independent businesses owned by women and people of color. That's it. That's all you're gonna see here. I say that, but I also do unboxings, and the items that come in the boxes are very, very seldomly independent businesses. So I am phasing out of the boxes that contain those items, and I have other subscription boxes that are pretty much exclusively independent businesses. I just had to mention that really quickly because my channel contains makeup and unboxings as of right now. So let's actually get into the thing that we're actually here for, which is to talk about La Bruja OC's La Buena Vida. There are so many options with this palette, and they're just beautiful shades. It's got shimmers, it's got mattes, it's got glitter. But what I think I want to do is kind of like a grungy green look today. I'm wearing all gray, like all dark gray. Like, just look. Gray hoodie, gray jeans, gray shoes. So I want to go gray. And this green down here, it is like a super grungy gray green, and I want to use it really badly. Might do like a pop of color, but not much. I'm gonna just right now swatch out the colors that I want to use, and I'll swatch the rest out later. So I want to do this grungy green. I want to try these 2, which are like gunmetal-ish. Yeah, like silvery tones. I do want to look at these 2 and that one. Okay, that one's a straight glitter. Cool, okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start by putting this one all over the crease and on the outer half of the eyelid. It's looking much less grungy on the eye. All right, my mistake. I really thought this was gonna be grayer than it is. I think why I thought it was going to be a lot grayer is because the shade, in comparison to this really, really bright, fun, springy glitter packaging, it just looks gray compared to that. But it's not. It's not a gray green. It's a little bit of a gray green, but not much. And it is taking a few pickups in the pan to really pack on the pigment, so it's buildable. I'm not gonna put it on the lid since this isn't the green that I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna leave that open and use the shimmers. There. Of the shimmers that I swatched, I'm noticing that these two here are pretty flaky shimmers, and these two are more solid shimmers, in case you're wondering. I almost put retinol serum on my brush instead of glitter glue. That would have been terrible. I'm putting glitter glue on the lid so that the shimmers really pop. I just got some new brushes. They're not here yet, but I can't wait to use them because as much as I want to love these Cliona brushes, they're a little painful. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now that I have my glitter glue down, I'm gonna go in with shimmers. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna go from darkest to lightest. Starting with this one on the outer part of the lid. Let's see if I can actually get the grungy look I'm going for today. Now I'm gonna go in with this one, which is the flakier one of the two golds. Now we're gonna try the gray ones. I'm gonna try this one next to that. And the flaky one, the inner part of the lid. Okay, so these two and these two are essentially the exact same colors. Same color, just different textures. Flaky, flaky, not flaky, not flaky. I don't know what you would call those textures, but that's that. I want to swatch out this purple one to see if that'll go. I'm sure it will, I just want to see. Okay, it does. I'm gonna just put this directly in between the silver and gold and see what happens. So I want to darken up those silvers. That might do it. And this is another one of the flaky ones. I'm so much brighter than I intended to be. I want to put this yellow one on the inner corner, so let's just watch that. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. I'm gonna put this one that is in the crease on the lower lash line and top that with this glitter here, the second one. I'm not using a small brush because I do kind of want this to be a smoky, grungy look, and I haven't really achieved that with these shimmers, so we're just gonna go pretty far. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush with that same color and get closer to the inner part of the eye. I'm feeling like this is a very grungy spring look, which is absolutely how I'm feeling this season. I'm not really into pastels. I want to try them, I want to play with them, but I'm just not a big pastel person, so grungy spring is exactly what I want. Okay, I'm gonna dab some glitter glue and get that under the eye and that lower lash line. And now I'm gonna go in with this glitter here. This is a yellowy glitter. I think it's gonna tie things together. Maybe just a little bit more of a glitter moment. There's no reason why you can't be grungy and glittery. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna finish up, I'm gonna finish the face, I'm gonna do liner, mascara, all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. Ooh, okay, so this is the final look of this first try on. I need to try more mattes. I only tried one. There are 5 mattes in this palette, and I only tried that one. I really want to try these two and these two, so I might do like a bright, like tropical look. And I want to try the other shimmers and glitters. So far, I love the shimmers. I'm not sure about the mattes yet because I only tried this one and I felt like it didn't blend the best for me. So I want to try the other ones before I make a judgment call. 5 mattes, 4 glitters, 6 shimmers. I want to try all of them before I say anything definitive. Look 2, we're gonna do look 2. But before I do, I wanna talk about what else is on my face. I'm trying out a darker foundation that I got like a year and a half ago. I've been using other foundations since that one because I thought it was too dark, and then last summer I just was using something else. But I wanna revisit this foundation because my skin is already starting to get tan and it's still like mid-April, which is a little early, but I thought maybe I would try this foundation. It's still a little too dark right now. We'll get there eventually. but I just wanted to do a gloss on the lips. I really can't be bothered to do any lip stuff right now. So I used Perfect Family from Beauty Marked Cosmos. And for the blush, I've been having a really fun time mixing these blushes together and using multiple blushes in a single look. I use the Blushing Bubbles palette from Metamorphosis, and I really have been loving this like orange toned one. So it's like a burnt orange. So I used this one on the outer part and then this more peachy orange on the inner part of the face. Love this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do look 2. I'm just starting to try out the rest of the matte, so let's do it. Okay, I want to try out these other mattes. So we've got this green, this teal, and then these 2 purples down here. I'll swatch out those other glitters too, since I only used the one. So we've got this dark green, this lime green, and then this gold. Festive, okay. We're gonna focus on the mattes. So let's do a matte look. I might add shimmers, I don't know. Okay, I think the first thing I wanna do is try the lightest purple in here, this one, and just put that all over the crease. I was gonna say this earlier, but I really just wanted to make sure. You can't tell just by looking at this palette, but this is a spring palette. This is so springy. This is literally what the outside looks like right now. You've got purple flowers, you've got those really bright and deep greens that are happening. You've got the variation of greens, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is the spring palette that I've been waiting for. That's a pretty color all by itself. Yeah, that's a pretty color all by itself. Okay, now I'm going to get this green here and put that on the front half of the lid. That's so pretty. This is a good green. That's a really nice green. I'm just gonna be camouflaged with the outside. That's exciting. You're not gonna see me at all. I'm just gonna blend right in. Now I'm gonna put that teal color on the back half of the lid. These 2 colors look so good together. That green and that teal, they are the same tone, but just slightly different in shade. Different enough to look interesting. It's really pretty. And these are really, really nicely pigmented. Okay, so what I wanna do now is put that deeper purple in the crease between those blues and that lighter purple to just give it some dimension. Oh my God, I love this look already. I am so surprised. When I looked at this palette, when I was ordering it, spring, even though it's spring right now, was not on my mind. I wasn't like, oh, this is the spring palette of the season. I really didn't think spring when I looked at it. But on the eye, this is absolutely 100% spring. Oh, I'm like absolutely obsessed with this right now. Purple and green, yes. I love purple and green, I love purple and teal, but this is absolutely a spring moment. I'm gonna put this light purple on the lower lash line. It's like I want to try out those glitters, but I really like the way this looks right now. Okay, I'll do the same thing I did with the last look. I'm gonna use that limey glitter, this one, the one that matches the palette, and I'm just gonna dab that on the lower lash line. Glitter glue first. I'm getting glitter glue all over my lashes. I just don't know of a cleaner way to put glitter glue on my lower lash line without just completely coating my lashes. Anyway, here we go with the glitter. This guy. This will be a nice contrast because the greens on top, they're really jewel toned. Although, you know, this glitter is jewel toned too. This glitter is like peridot toned, whatever. It's a jewel toned look. We've got amethyst, we have emerald, and we have peridot. Glitter and gemstones. All right, cool. I'm here for it. I don't match my shirt at all, which is fine. Okay, cool. I'm not really gonna do anything else. I just don't want to cover up those greens. I always have that regret. Like, I am trying to try out as many things as I can, and the look looks great halfway through. It looks great at the end too, but halfway through I'm like, oh, I could stop here. So I'm gonna stop here. I really just wanted to try those mattes because I had a feeling it was user error with the blending issue, and I had absolutely no problem at all blending the purple, blending the greens together. So my bad. It was my error with that deeper green, this one. Who knows? Maybe this is formulated different. Maybe it is the shadow, but the other mattes are fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish up the face and I will be back with some thoughts. This is my final look. I think I tied in the shirt with the lips. I used the Cuff Your Pearls Brave Liquid Lipstick again. I put just the tiniest bit, just one swipe, rub my lips together, and then I put Suva Beauty's, what color is this? Illusionist on top of that, and it's beautiful. This brown and this like berry purple together creates a beautiful color. Of course, I use the Metamorphosis Blushing Bubbles palette. Today's combination were these two, Fruity and You're Cutie. I used the Larity highlighter in Fame as a blush topper because it's a little dark and warm, so it's perfect as a highlighting blush topper. I used all of these from Kind of Beauty, the Kinder Glow highlighting palette. I never mentioned this because I use this in every single look. Every time I put on makeup, I use the Limitless Lash Mascara by Ilia. I love it so much. And that's this. So, okay, so final thoughts about this palette, La Buena Vida by La Bruja OC. La Bruja OC. Yeah, okay. Sorry if that's incorrect. So final thoughts, I am totally into this. I think this is the perfect spring palette. I mean, perfect. You've got the purples and greens. You've got some nice neutrally shimmers. You've got this fun gold glitter that is in there, these silvers, these like money tone. Let's call this the money row. This looks like money, dollar bills, gold, silver, copper. So money row. So yeah, you've got this money row. I don't know if you could call that spring, but it's fun. Whatever, it's a spring palette. I'm into it. I had a weird time blending that, we'll call it money green. I had a weird time blending this money green. That's probably my fault. But the other mattes, I had no problem at all. I just love how curated this palette is. I love the color story. I am gonna have to ask her how she thought of it, how she came up with it, because I haven't seen a color story like it, and I think it is so fun and beautiful. Literally everything on my face is an indie brand owned by a woman. So fuck yeah. So yeah, final thoughts, I love it. I'm really excited. I'm excited to purchase more things from her, and I can't wait to use this for the rest of spring because it's perfect. I hope that you enjoy these two looks. I hope they were inspiring to you, and I hope you go purchase this palette because it is going to be a wonderful addition to your collection, especially this time of year. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.